Today is a very important day. We're going record shopping. That's right. We're going to go out on the town and we're going to take you through the process. I'm going to start off here with a few tips and tricks on getting ready for the record show. So, if you're new here, welcome in. If you're a repeat offender, welcome back. I'm Johnny and you're tuned to Channel 910. Okay, so before we actually get in the car and head out to the record show, you see I'm still in the studio here, but you got to get ready. You got to get prepared before you go out to these shows. So I wanted to show you how we get prepared when we're going out to a record show here in Germany. So I'm going to start off with something that may seem a little odd to my American viewers. Here in Europe, Germany specifically, cash is king, especially in these small independent transactions like you would see at a record show. So you want to make sure that you have cash in pocket. The places you're going probably don't have an ATM, and you may run into the problem that your card does not necessarily work at that ATM in Europe specifically. If we're talking about America, we may be dealing with a different set of issues where you don't have to worry about having cash. But here in Europe, you need to have some in your pocket so that you can get the records you want when you get to that show. So now that you have cash in pocket, you're ready to buy those records, but what are you going to carry those records in? These things are cumbersome, they can get heavy, you got to have something to tote these things around in. So first you need to determine how aggressive are you going to be at that record show. Are you buying a lot of stuff, or are you just going to kind of grab a few things and maybe just look around? That's going to determine what it is you bring with you. So we'll start big and then kind of go small. So these little guys here are great to have. This is actually a collapsible crate. So you can take this, drop the sides. Now you have a nice crate. Is it super heavy duty? No. But is it very transportable? Indeed it is. It does have handles, but once you put records in here, the handles are kind of pointless. You kind of have to go with the grabs on the sides. But this can also be a little cumbersome to walk around a record show with. So what's the best way to tote this around? This right here. What is this? This is a collapsible dolly or hand truck, depending on what you grew up calling these things. So you can see it's very streamlined, very flat. It's not that big, maybe a little bit over, a meter long. This handle does extend out. I keep a bungee cord on here because when you fold this down, you have something that you can take that crate and mount it to it. And now you have a portable record transporter. And yes, I did purchase all of this stuff in Europe. The crates are readily available at your local, they're equivalent to Walmart or Target. It's Marktkauf. I bought that there. You can get them at hardware stores. This I bought at the local hardware store. I'm pretty sure you can get it in the States as it is made by Stanley. So these are pretty cool. I want to say it wasn't that expensive either. So this is a great tool to have if you're going to be picking up a lot of records. This is great to tote those things around. Just pull it behind you and it's going to make your day a lot easier. Now, the next piece I recommend for either the big crate, or if you're not using the crate and you're just going to carry these things around, and that is these canvas bags. These work great. They're the perfect size for your LPs. I also take these, I will fill these up and put those in the crate so it keeps the records kind of together. They don't flop around. So these are always good to have. If I feel like if you're going to be doing any more than probably one or two of these in each hand, you're already to the point where they're going to be so heavy that you're probably going to want that crate. So that's kind of where I gauge it. If I'm going to go over 4 bags, I take the crate. Something else you also need to keep in mind is your health and your well-being. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. Take a water. Does not have to be one that's this big, but once you're inside anything like a record convention or a record show, if they are selling this stuff, it's probably going to be a bit pricey, especially if you're in the United States. I've noticed here in Europe, and maybe we'll run across it today, and I'll put it on film for you. They usually have eateries, cafes, places to get drinks, and they don't really gouge you in Europe. It's not like it is in the States, where once you're inside the event, it's like $5 for a water. It's usually not that bad here, so maybe we'll take a look at that today. But you want to make sure you've got your own supply, just in case you don't want to purchase there or they don't have it. You've got some for yourself, because you're gonna be exerting some energy, guys. All right, so now we get our supplies together. We go get in the car, we drive to our destination, and we start flipping through crates. It's not nearly as complicated as I thought it would be. But now I have to find somewhere to park. Alright, so we're at a record show in Dortmund. Not sure exactly where we're supposed to enter this place, but it's pretty substantial in size. So I don't know. I'm excited. Can't you see it in my face? She seems pretty excited too. So I'll see you guys on the inside. Another successful show down. So celebrate with the pretzel, beer. Until the next time. Okay, so back safe and sound from the record show. As you can see from the footage earlier, there were quite a lot of people there. That tends to be the case with a lot of these, especially over here in Europe. Things are a little bit more tightly packed. The aisles aren't so wide, and you're kind of fighting for space in front of crates. So, you have to be patient, but patience can pay off sometimes, and you can find some really awesome stuff if you dig deep enough. So some of the things that we happen to pick up today, I'll go ahead and show some of those off because, always excited to grab new things and share them with the rest of the community. So hope you guys can appreciate these things as much as I had fun finding them. So the first one is Tears for Fears. The Seeds of Love. This is an original pressing. I have to say, everything that we got today is either an original or a very old vintage repress. So no like new sealed copies. So you have a 1989 Tears for Fears. Awesome album. If you've never listened to this one, highly recommend checking this one out. The Seeds of Love. Also picked up a little new wave goth type of music here. The Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always. This is a 1985 European pressing, the non-gatefold version. These things are really hard to find. You see these the black sleeves like this, the black jackets, usually really bad with ring wear. This is a super clean copy that we found, so I was really excited to grab this one. All right, and who doesn't like a little hard rock metal from the late 80s, early 90s? Scorpions, Crazy World. It's a 1990 European pressing. A lot of these too come with these original inner sleeves, kept in really nice shape. This one hard to find, in good shape. Kind of hard to find in general. This was 1990. It's when vinyl started kind of falling out of fashion. So a little bit of Scorpions to add in there. Always cool to find some unique pressings. Like this particular copy of Black Celebration from Depeche Mode on gray vinyl. Super cool, again with another black jacket that just looks amazing. This one happens to be embossed, so super cool. Always, Depeche Mode, always good stuff. So definitely, if you haven't heard Black Celebration, go out and try to find this one. Who doesn't love a cool novelty record? And we all love Aerosmith. This is Eat the Rich. This is on a 10-inch, and it happens to be on this gold. It's kind of like a picture disc. It's a clear disc with gold foil on the inside. So only 3 tracks, but it was exclusive to the UK, and it's just super cool. It's even got that bite taken out of the side over there. So pretty neat. Aerosmith, original 1993. Just kind of neat to have. Always got to when you're out, especially in these European record shows, look for the stuff that you do see kind of often when you're out hunting, but find those very specific variants or special pressings. And this happens to be one. I mean, we've all picked up a copy of Revolver, but what you're looking for here is that little logo right there, that Hort Zoo logo, exclusive to Germany. There were only 5 Beatles records pressed with the Hort Zoo logo on it, this being one of them. And this happened to be a 1966 first German pressing. So was really happy to get my hands on this one. Jacket was a little worn on the edges, a couple little tears on the back, but overall to find one of these in the condition that it is in is a rare find. So I had to go ahead and pick it up. All right, another kind of obscure one you don't see very often, Jesus Jones, Doubt. This has the hit Right Here, Right Now. It's from 1991, not one that you see hardly ever in the United States. I don't think it had a U.S. pressing, so to find this out in the wild is always a treat. I picked this one up today. It's in super nice condition, so great little snag while we were out. Okay, you guys just tell me. What do you know about this? What do you know about this? This is to the extreme. This is Vanilla Ice. It's an original 1990 pressing. This one's from Italy. So not one that you see very often. It didn't have a lot of pressings in 1990. And I think almost all of them were over here in Europe. So to find it in good shape is a difficult task. So was glad to get my hands on this one today. And yet another one from 1990. This one is the Black Crowes. This is a original UK pressing. Again, with those black jackets. This one looking fantastic with no ring wear. Always nice to find these vintage records in such good condition. Here you go with the Black Crowes cartoon there on the back. This is a super awesome record too, and these original pressings of this, I've heard the European pressing as well. They sound amazing, like just really punchy, really great. The mix is real nice on this record. So Black Crowes, Shake Your Moneymaker. Right, this one was a pleasant surprise. And, greatest hits compilations. Some people would scoff at those, saying it's not part of a band's discography. But sometimes you just want the hits. You just want to throw that thing on and hear nothing but hit after hit after hit. So, what better one than the Police greatest hits, an original 1992 European pressing, also coming with an inner sleeve in here. The wax looks phenomenal. The Police greatest hits, and sort of like with the black records where they show ring wear really bad, these predominantly white sleeves are usually really bad, and this one, super nice copy. So the Police greatest hits was a nice find today. Yeah, I'm starting to realize I picked up a lot of stuff from 1990 today. This one, 1990 Duran Duran. This is Liberty. This is a difficult one to find. Long out of press. I don't think this one has a repress either. So kind of like falls in line with the Wedding album that I talked about over on this other video. I'll link it up here. But this from 1990, a little bit more of an obscure Duran Duran record. I don't think there was any huge hits off this one. But it's just a rare one. So, I saw it, had to grab it. So, Duran Duran Liberty from 1990. Here's one that is amazingly difficult to find. Happened to run across this one and did not hesitate. I don't even think I looked at the price. I just grabbed it and said, yes, put it in the stack. And that is Paul McCartney Unplugged. This is from 1991. This happens to be an Italian pressing of the record. All of these came numbered, as you can see down there in the corner. Whether it's the UK, the Italy, the Europe, they all came with a number. So there's Paul McCartney Unplugged Italian pressing. Yeah, and then one that I've been hunting for this one for quite a while. I was flipping through the crates. I almost had to do a double take. I'm like, really? I'm amazed. Eazy-E. Easy does it. This is an original pressing from here in Germany, back when it was West Germany. Awesome record. It's one that I used to play a lot as a teenager, so I'm glad to actually have this one to add to the collection. Finally, actually had this one like on watch lists on Discogs and on eBay. So to find it out there in a crate, guys, sometimes it's just, you just got to go dig, and you'll be amazed at what you find. Yeah, and I think the crown jewel of the finds today would be this guy right here. And yeah, it's Dark Side of the Moon. I know a lot of you probably have this record. This one, I mean, not just to mention that it's, that jacket, like I said before with the black jackets, I mean, come on, look at that. That is just gorgeous for a 1978 French pressing. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that it's on clear wax? This is a very rare color variant from France. Oh, and did I also happen to mention it has both the posters and both of the postcard stickers not stuck on anything. This is truly a rare find. When you find these types of records fully intact, all of the inserts, all of the little pieces and bits and bobs, no ring wear, and it's a special edition. I mean, these are some very special things that you find at the shows. And we ran across this one, and it was just like that kind of moment. It just sang to us. So Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, 1978 France pressing. On that, let's look at that clear wax one more time, guys. I mean, it's just stellar. I mean, look at that, just amazing. So again, you'll be amazed what you find digging through the crates. So there it is, a day in the life of a German record show. We kind of got ready for it. We went down there, we went in, we did some digging, had a little snack afterwards, and showed you guys the finds. So I will say, couple of those will go in the personal collection. The rest of them I was getting for you guys, okay? So if you head over to Whatnot, you'll find the link down there in the description to our Whatnot page. You'll probably see these in some upcoming shows. So make sure to go over there and follow Channel 910 over there on Whatnot subscribe to us here on YouTube. If you like this video, guys, hit the like button. Hopefully we'll see you over there on Whatnot, and maybe you can pick up some of those records that I just showed off. But until then, guys, keep them spinning.